Thanks for tuning in. This is Optibottoms coming to you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Amphibious Assassin of Dimension X, otherwise known as the Neutralizer. Now, Neutralizer is a mutated newt, which is in the salamander family. And he's kind of an interesting character. He's a bad guy that the Turtles fight, but he's also against the Krang. So it's like the enemy of my enemy sort of thing. And he's actually really very cool looking. I really dig him. He has a very newt kind of look to him with the weird pattern on here. Almost looks like it's a skull kind of thing on there. I mean, like two eyes, you got the nostril, and then like the mouth thing kinda. Comes with a couple different accessories. You see the standard blister package form. You got the 4 turtles. Come around here to the back. You got all the figures that are currently available, including this new wave of Neutralizer, the Dojo Splinter, Slash, as well as Rahzar. And it says, armed to the teeth with weapons, Neutralizer is one big bad mutant. Being held in a detention center by the Krang, this big mutant newt became the Krang's #1 enemy. As a bounty hunter, he tracks him down and takes him down, collecting their tentacles as he goes. With unbelievable strength and a deep hatred for the Krang, he proves to be more of an ally to the Turtles than the mutants fear. Except, it really isn't. I mean, his team is Ninja Turtles, although I guess he kind of is, but like I said, he fights basically both of them. So he's not necessarily a good guy. He's just more of a loner. He's a lockdown kind of character. He's a loner. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just in between. But packaging-wise, that's about it for it. So without further ado, let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Alright, so here we have the Neutralizer opened up and out of its packaging. And I'm actually fairly impressed with it. Now, there are, again, a lot of Playmate problems. That primarily being in the severe lack of paint detail. It is a very nicely sculpted figure. Really good detail all the way throughout it. But you can see all these various bits on here. Like right up here on his bicep, he's got some bits like this right here that aren't painted or anything like that. You got these bits around his angle here, not painted. You come around to his tail. He's got his blades here that are not painted. And then the painted pieces that are kind of with any color don't have any real detail. Like he's got his Krang tentacles right here that are just this gray plastic, which I love the fact that they included it, but they're not painted, and that really is disappointing. And that's, like I said, just what I call a Playmate problem. It's very, very unfortunate, because it does look really terrific. I mean, he is a great looking figure. This whole section right here is loose and not permanently attached to the body, but I also don't see anywhere where it can actually detach. It's all connected, but it's also all the same color. I would love it if they threw a few splashes of paint in there. I mean, it would just look much nicer, I think. But you can see that, yeah, I mean, he does have a very skull kind of look. I'm just going to angle this down here. You can see how that has a bit of a skull look to it, which is really creepy and very cool looking. Now, he does come with 2 accessories. He's got a little throwing blade, which is very reminiscent of something that the Predators would use. And then down here, he actually has a blade that can store in a sheath right there. But again, there's no paint detail. I mean, if the blade was painted silver, that would go a long way. Or maybe if it was just molded in the gray plastic here, it would look a little bit better. I mean, other than that, I mean, the figure really is very neat looking. You can see a lot of real cool detail on here, especially on the skin. You got a lot of really cool texturing throughout that tail and the rest of the body and things of that nature. His articulation is actually pretty decent. The head will rotate all the way around, so it is kind of on an upward sort of look. That might throw some people off, but it doesn't bug me all that much, especially if you get a nice low crouch form or something like that. Kind of looks cool. The shoulders here move in and out, although this one is really stiff. Well, they're both fairly stiff. I wonder if it has something to do with the actual sculpting for the rest of the torso, because that's really tough. Or maybe I just loosen that up by moving it. So it moves in and out all the way around, rotates at the wrist, doesn't rotate at the elbow or anything like that. You can see he also does have an elbow pad right there. So again, more painted detail that would really just help bring this figure out. He does rotate at the waist. The hips move forward and back. They move in and out. The legs are kind of pre-posed, not too much. That's pretty much it. And then the tail here also does rotate, but when you rotate it around, you can see that there's a big empty cavity on the underside, and then when you rotate it, it just breaks up that illusion. But you can pose that any way you want, but it also kind of helps to balance them a little. So you put that there, and then you can put the tail down to kind of keep them upright. I mean, it doesn't really need it as it is. I mean, you just got to position the legs a little bit, but it does, because it's staggered, the legs are spread out a little bit like that. It does require a little bit of creativity, I guess, when you're posing him. But overall, I mean, he is a nice looking figure. The character is really fun. He teamed up, obviously, with Slash for a little bit, or Spike, whatever you want to call him. And they were going around fighting the Krang in a really fun episode that actually showed Spike is a little bit more turtle friendly than the Neutralizer. Anybody who gets in the Neutralizer's way, it seems, that for getting revenge on the Krang, they're his enemy. So, I mean, the figure is really nice looking. There's some really great detail. Again, the paint just really would have helped bring more of those details out. That it's like Playmates makes these toys for customizers just to fix them up and make them look better. But it's decent. I really do like it. He's a fun character, and the figure is actually worth having. I really do think so. He is available right now at retail, or as always, if you can't find him, there's always Big Bad Toy Store. So all you have to do is click on the link down in the video description. You go there and you can pick the guy up and add him to your collection today. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/TeamBotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. I'd also really encourage you to check out my new website at OptibotimusReviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, as well as see what I have coming up for future release. And finally, I'd also really appreciate it, guys, that if you like this review, don't forget to please like, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.